Hi, my name is Yesenia Seha, and I did my PowerPoint presentation on Finland versus the United States of America. This is Finland. Basically, here's their flag and a map of where they're located. Finland students. Students are basically encouraged to follow their curiosity to work out problems. It's basically not laid out and told what to do, so they're encouraged to work it out on their own. There is no standardized testing until they take their high school exit exam. Sorry, you guys, I keep stuttering. Students have a play-oriented preschool. They're very huge on this. A lot of the play goes on. Students take responsibility for their own learning, and students have extra support within their classroom, meaning that there's at least 2 to 3 teachers that can help and pull students who are struggling and help them within those areas. Finland's classroom setting. Class size is about 15 to 20 students in a classroom. They have an early intervention system that helps prevent students from falling behind. There are 2 to 3 teachers within a classroom to help with small group settings. They concentrate on quality education instead of getting ready for testing. There's a lot of cooperative learning groups, and again, this has to go with their curiosity and them learning how to work problems on their own. And their personal time is valued. Every 45 minutes, students can take a 15-minute break to use the restroom, get water, or just a mental break in order to help them stay focused. Finland's teachers. They're high-quality teachers. Most of their teachers have to have master's degrees. Finland provides many opportunities for teachers training. Our teachers are also given a lot of authority and freedom. Teachers can diagnose problems in their schools, apply evidence-based solutions, and analyze their impact. And that quote was taken from Stewart's World-Class Education text. And then teachers are respected and trusted, and this comes from they're respected and trusted from their principals, the higher authority, and also from the parents and students. Now, here's the United States of America. The United States classroom setting, we have large classes, as many of us know. The size is 30 plus students in a classroom, which makes it difficult for a teacher to be able to work with these students in small groups. There is only one teacher in each classroom, and many of us do not even have an instructional aide to come and help us. There is pull-out programs that constantly are interrupting our learning environment. Our door is always opening with somebody coming in and saying, I need this and this kid. Of course, that distracts the whole entire lesson, the students, everything. There's high pressure on the students to succeed. We put the pressure on them for them to succeed or whatever, but a lot of the testing has to be a lot of the teachers have to teach to the test, which is kind of unfair for the students. We teach by our standards mile wide and inch deep lessons. That means we're teaching quantity over quality, and it should be the other way. We need to be teaching quality over quantity. And then it says no curiosity. There is no curiosity. Teachers have to teach to a standard, so we don't allow students to venture off and do anything. However, now with the Common Core, we are starting to see some of that change going on and happening. The United States students. A lot of students are unmotivated. And then not all students, since I teach a primary grade, I teach first grade and I've also taught kindergarten. Not all students go to preschool like they do in Finland. And then kindergarten is optional. And trust me, many parents do not see kindergarten as being an important. There's not a lot of parent support. So I mean also, like I said, when I saw in kindergarten was we recommended for some students to be retained, and because kindergarten is optional, a lot of the parents decided not to retain their students. So now they go into first grade and they're struggling. But there's also not a lot of parent support with helping them at home in areas that they're struggling. There's not much creativity in the classroom because we're constantly having to teach, that we don't allow students to have that creativity. And I've also noticed that teachers correct students, especially me being in a primary grade, If a student is coloring a raccoon pink, I've seen the teacher go and ask them, well, what color is a raccoon? So hey, if that raccoon was pink for that kid, it was pink for that kid. But anyways, so standardized testing happens from grades 3rd to 12th. United States teachers, we have little training that usually lasts a few hours or 2 days. We must hold a bachelorate degree, and our teaching credential. It's not like Finland where they require a master's degree. Teachers have little input as far as the standards and even just rules and things like that can happen around our schools. Again, every school is different, every principal is different, but we have to teach to the standards. And again, this is all changing thanks to the Common Core, but not enough support within the classroom, meaning we have 30, for me personally, primary grade, I have 30 kids. So imagine a classroom with 35, 6-year-olds. It gets kind of crazy in there. Difficult to find time to pull struggling students. It's hard for us to find that time to pull students, especially when we're trying to get our class management down, and especially the primary grades when they're so little, they're so needy. And then not enough respect or trust. And again, this goes with some of the students I know in upper grades can be very disrespectful. And then also with parents, I don't know, with the respect level and then the trust, like I said, is the example that I used earlier as far as retaining students. The end.